Hello everyone. So I just found out something crazy today that I didn't know about throughout the whole 27 years of my life. I'm a Sub5. Yes, I am a fucking Sub5. Throughout all my life, during my childhood, I get bullied by people a lot in school. Bullying was a common thing for me, and I also didn't have any friends. And I never went out of my way to harm or bother anyone, but people still bullied me anyway. And I was just so socially isolated. My only friends literally were my teachers. They were the only ones that had any sort of empathy and sympathy and compassion for me. Then middle school and high school, I was also still bullied a little bit, but when I got to high school, not so much. It was more of social, like total social isolation. Like nobody wanted to associate with me. And again, I was one of the quiet kids in school, and I never went out of my way to bother, hurt, humiliate, or cause any grief to anyone. But just as I was in elementary school and middle school, I also didn't have any friends in high school whatsoever, and I didn't even bother participating in any extracurricular activities as a result of that. And then community college, same thing. Well, I did make one friend in community college, but since 2018, when we made friends, haven't seen her since then. She moved somewhere else in the country. And then fast forward to right now, okay, and the job that I'm working in right now. Whew, I still experience the same elementary, 8th grade-ish, high school bullshit and drama. I also, still get picked on and bullied and humiliated to this day. Whenever I get a new haircut, like you see right now, everyone, even if other people have positive things to say about it and are giving me compliments, everybody, especially those within my department and division, always has some terrible and bad stuff to say about my fucking haircut. Not just that, but also my just everything about my personality, how I carry myself, what I do, what my hobbies are, what I do with my life, how and what I spend my money on, all those kinds of things. And I ask myself, is this what I'm gonna continue living with for the rest of my fucking life? Because even my family is very critical of me, and many of them have also gone as far as to saying that I'm ugly and that my brother is a lot better than me and is going to be a lot more successful than I am. Like it sucks, and it's a very stinging and hurtful feeling when you even have your own family who say these things towards you. And again, as with my family, I never ever go out of my way to torture, humiliate, harm, or cause grief upon them. But they still feel about me a certain way. And ever since knowing about this new term, I don't know how long this word has been around, but I come to realize that I'm a Sub5, because I also never get hit on by the opposite sex. I've never ever dated all my life, and I'm actually still a virgin. Let me turn the AC on. Let me turn my car on because it's getting hot in here. I'm trying to save gas because gas is just so off the charts these days, as well as groceries. But yeah, I've come to realize that I am a Sub5, and I think it's just something that I'm gonna have to accept and deal with for the rest of my life. And you know, as the saying goes, life is not fair. And you know, it just comes to show you that apparently God created people different. I don't know what kind of intentions, for what reason or purpose, you know, God, if he or she even exists at all, does the things that he or she does. But it sucks that there are other people that are gonna be far better off in life than you are, and it's just a really hard pill to swallow. But you know, I will advise you, for those of you who are experiencing the same thing, I would advise you to, you know, just as I'm trying to do right now, stay mentally strong, stay positive minded and open-minded, because there are some good people out there, and I see some, if not even a little bit or a few good people, because the world is, you know, the more older I get and the more mature I get, I realize that, you know, the world is such a very gruesome and cruel place that's not in favor of people like you and I. And that's just the unfortunate fact of life. And as I said on another TikTok video that I did, this is why I love animals better than humans, and I gravitate towards animals more and better than humans, because you know, animals are better than humans. Animals don't judge you. Animals don't, you know, well, aside from carnivores, right? Animals don't go out of their way to hurt you or cause grievances. Yes, you know, the lions out in the African savannah, or the tigers out in the jungles of India, or the snowy tundra of Russia, yeah, they have to, you know, eat the zebras, deers, wildebeest, and antelopes that they gotta eat to survive, because that's just how they've evolved as carnivores. But you know, they are still completely different from human beings, because you know, evil and wickedness is not in the veins and blood of those animals. Okay, human beings are the only people that are capable of, you know, causing harm, destruction, and grief towards other human beings. And you know, that's why at the end of the day, you can, or you can disagree or not disagree with me on this, but animals at the end of the day, whether you like it or not, accept it or not, are better than humans. Alright, point blank period. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to come over here and, you know, share with you my my personal life struggles and take. And like I said, this is a very cruel world we're living in. The only beings in this planet that are pure are, of course, the animals and the plants. But this world we live in, that's predominantly run and populated by human beings, unfortunately, is a very cruel and gruesome world. We all just have to deal with it, and you know, just do whatever it takes to make us happy at the end of the day. I'll see you guys on the flip side.